Hi everyone, welcome back to Energenny TV. It's Jenny here. It's back to school season and people across the United States are getting back to school. Now, friends, family members, just people around me have reached out to ask me some questions about recently resettled refugees adjusting to a new education system in the United States. So I've compiled a list of questions and I will be answering those questions through this Q&A session. Although I'm not an expert, I will do my best to address the questions. So let's get started. All right, so let's hear the first question.
Hey Jenny, what happens to a child's education when his or her family is forced to flee their home and country?
Yes, so that's a great question. When a family is forced to flee from their homes, obviously the child's education is going to get interrupted. Now, some of these families have to leave on such a short notice that they don't have time to gather the important documents that they need. For instance, school transcripts. This makes it extremely difficult for that child to enroll into a new school in the new country that they are living in. So obviously the process and the transition is difficult and it's not smooth. All right, question number 2.
What are some challenges refugee children face when they arrive in their temporary host country before they are permanently resettled?
Okay, so challenges that refugee children face while they are residing in their temporary host countries. Number 1, class sizes are often very large. Number 2, teachers aren't very well trained, thus the quality of the education can be very poor. Number 3, parents sometimes view their situation as temporary, so they kind of discourage their children to go to school while they are in their temporary host countries. However, according to UNHCR's 2016 global report, a refugee family stays at their host country for an average of 17 years, so that's a very long time. And because of that, a lot of refugee children may miss out a large portion of their education because their time at their host country becomes longer than they had expected. All right, we're moving along. Let's listen to question number 3.
When a refugee child's family is resettled in the U.S., is public education immediately available to them?
The answer is yes, public education is available to refugee children. And resettlement agencies and organizations like World Relief actually assist families to enroll their children in school, usually within 30 days of arrival. So that's really exciting. Okay, so now let's move on to the 4th question, perhaps the most important question of the day. Let's take a listen.
Hi Jenny. What are the greatest challenges refugee children face as they restart their education in the United States?
So this question I can relate to personally because when I came to the United States when I was really little, I remember not being able to fit in with all of my other classmates because English wasn't my comfortable language at that time. Obviously, as children, you learn a language much faster. So I remember becoming fluent in just 3 to 6 months because I was so little when I came. But I do still remember the feeling of isolation and not being able to really integrate myself in the culture and in the environment. So yes, I would say language is the most difficult, challenge that refugee children face as they restart their education. Well, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for those of you who sent me the questions. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope we all have a great school year. Bye!